guys, and welcome to How's It Rate. My name's Chico and I'll be your host today, along with Rufus, my furry little friend. Right, buddy? Huh? You want your treat? Today's Thursday. Come on, come here. There you go. Oh, he loves his rawhide bones. Come on. Atta boy. So delicate. In any case, today we are going to review something different, a dessert or a breakfast meal. And what it is toaster strudels by Pillsbury. And we happen to have the strawberry flavor here, natural and artificial flavors, and there's 6 toaster pastries with icing packets in each one of these boxes. And it's made with more fruit. Well, that's good to know. Let's see here. Per pastry with icing is 180 calories, and it's 3 grams of saturated fat, and 180 milligrams of sodium, and 9 grams of sugar. They look really nice on the cover. So what do we know about this here? Let's see what we've got. Let's look at the ingredients first. Let me see. Enriched flour, bleached wheat flour, malted barley flour, niacin, ferrous sulfate, thiamine, mononitrate, Riboflavin, folic acid, water, palm and or soybean oil, high fructose corn syrup, sugar, Maltodextrin. There's something I got to get for the cabinet. Contains 2% less of apple puree, cornstarch, dextrose, modified starch, blah, 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 blah. They really went wild with the chemistry set on this. Let's see what else we got over here for nutritional facts. Serving size is 1 pastry with icing, 54 grams. Servings per container, 6. Okay, so that means I get to eat half of the container. And the calories are 180. Again, calories from fat are 60. And the total fat is 7 grams at 10%. Saturated fat is 3 grams at 14%. Trans fat, 0 grams. Polyunsaturated fat, 1 gram. Monosaturated fat, 2 grams. Cholesterol, 0 milligrams. Sodium, 180 milligrams at 8%. Total carbohydrates is 27 grams. It's going to put a little fat on you. And that's at 9%. Dietary fiber is less than 1 gram. You guys all know I love my fiber, so this don't quite cut it. Sugars are 9 grams, and proteins are 3 grams, and vitamins, blah, blah, blah. You know how they go on about that. Now, to cook these, we have a couple of different ways to do it. We got it in English and we got it in Spanish. So that's 2 different ways. Toasting directions. Do not leave toaster or toaster oven unattended while heating the product. So make sure you're not doing anything else. You got to stand by that toaster, or bad things could happen. Set toaster or toaster oven on low to medium setting. Toast frozen pastry for 1 to 2 cycles or until hot and golden brown. So if it starts smoking, it's probably overdone. Remove from the toaster or toaster oven. It's kind of tough to eat it if you leave it in there, I know that. Do not use a metal utensil to remove the pastry. I wonder why. Caution, pastry will be hot. Now, why wouldn't you be able to use a metal utensil? Probably because they're scared that you're going to electrocute yourself. That could happen. So don't use a metal utensil. Tear or cut off the icing packet along the perforation. Tear or cut across the top of the packet. Squeeze icing onto hot pastry. Well, I got to tell you right off the bat, okay? That seems like a lot of work when I can go out and buy a Pop-Tart, which has been around forever, and has the icing on it. So already I'm a little skeptical here. Try Heat and Go as part of a quick on-the-go breakfast. Heat and Go. Mini pancakes. That's something else that they offer. We might have to try them sometime. As I said, the box looks nice, you know. The toaster strudel sounds like it's going to be good. And they're pastries. Yeah, they call them pastries. So let's see what's in the box. Let's open the baby up. Rufus is over there munching on his rawhide bone that he loves so much. God, he goes through those like water. Here we go. Here's our little packets of icing. Looks like too much work to me, folks, already. 6 toaster strudels. I'm going to pull 2 out. I'm going to have 2 servings. Yep. I mean, who can eat just one, right? Things are like potato chips. All right, so let's pull 2 of these babies out. Okay, and we're probably going to need 2 icings. So we'll take 2 of those out. Okay, that almost ripped nicely. Got to be careful. We don't want to ice the table. All right, so we got 2 of those. And we'll put this back in the box here for another day. Or 20 minutes from now. Whichever comes first. Okay, and we are going to go and put this in our toaster oven for 2 cycles. And we're going to see how they come out and how they taste. Don't go away. All right, well, our toaster strudels are done. Had them in the toaster oven for 2 cycles, and nobody was watching, so I did use a metal utensil to extract them. And I lived through the experience. So far, I gotta tell you, too much work. Here I go, peel up the icing. And also be careful when you take these apart, they have a tendency to rip in the wrong place. Now I'm gonna try and make this look like the one on the cover, but I don't know, this is a lot of work. I mean, you know, with a Pop-Tart, bingo, pop them in the toaster, you're done. And not to mention that these are frozen. And the Pop-Tarts are not frozen. So you can keep them in your pantry, and they're individually wrapped in the foil. And it's like bingo, bango, bongo, you know, you just pull it out, throw it in the toaster, and you're done. I think right off the bat, this is way too much work for me. Okay, so let's see how they taste. Now, I can't remember what the price was on these. I think it was 2 something, so probably comparable to Pop-Tarts, but I think they were a little bit more. I lost the receipt, sorry. So let's take a bite of our first one here. Let's see what we've got. The pastry is nice. Maybe a little more flaky than a Pop-Tart. I have to give them that. I haven't hit any fruit yet. A lot of pastry to fruit ratio here. I'm getting a lot of pastry, but so far, not much of the fruit. Well, here's what I gotta tell you. The pastry part of it is nice. It's a little flakier than what you would find in a Pop-Tart. I believe the price was a bit more expensive than a Pop-Tart. And I know for a fact that the Pop-Tarts don't have to be frozen. You can keep them in a pantry. So on those counts right there, I'm going to give this product a 2. The pastry being a little better doesn't make up for the convenience on the other. On a Pop-Tart, you don't have to put your own icing on. It's there, okay? And it's just the right amount. So I'm going to give that part of it a 2. I'm not happy about that. Even though I know how to do it, it was my choice to buy them. The other thing is, if I had children and I wanted to send these to school with them, I don't want to have to send them with a frozen product. Now, a Pop-Tart, I've had them cold without putting them in a toaster oven. And that's a nice little snack. You'd be hard-pressed to do that with this. So, a 1 on that factor. A Pop-Tart, I got to tell you, I think has a little more fruit in it. This one here is a little chintzy on the fruit. So, I got to give them a 1 on that too. They blew it on the fruit. Yeah. Overall, for the price, convenience of preparing, flavor, the amount of fruit filling, the fact that you got to keep them in the freezer, folks, I don't think I'm going to buy this again. So I'm going to rate this as a 1. Pillsbury, I'm really disappointed in you. You normally you make really, really good stuff. So that's what I think of the toaster strudel. It's a lot of work, and I don't think it's worth the effort. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys. We'll see you again soon. Bye. Don't forget to subscribe.